So we're doing something a little better this time, and I think it's like a full Japanese bodysuit that was accomplished in a fairly quick time frame anyway.
All right. So,
Mostly
we
full.
say, it's quite the blurb here. Sold my 2018 Honda Civic Type R, flew to Hanoi, Vietnam, and spent 2 months at Hangover Tattoo Studio getting my full bodysuit done. 2 artists, 8 to 9 hours a day, every day by the end. I was itchy all over, slapping myself like a lunatic, not on drugs, I swear. Fast forward, I've been half naked at every tattoo competition I've entered, and I took first place in the Asian category every time. Oh, and yes, I know my nipples aren't tattooed. It's just my artist style. Even though I'm told that I told them that they could. Art is pain, but damn, it's worth it. If you want to see more of my tattoo journey, check out my Instagram reels called Hangover, and they have a link. The tattoo on my back features Kiyohime, the legendary Japanese woman who turned into a vengeful serpent demon after being betrayed by her love. It's all fire, fury, and heartbreak. Basically a badass love story. Into it. The HD pics of my full bodysuit are too epic and massive to fit in an email. So here's a download link instead. Enjoy the details. Glorious.
So that's kind of like what happens when you get mad at me.
I turn into a fiery serpent.
Something like that.
And it's pretty epic.
Something like that.
Okay.
So let's see here. Let's get the glare off of this. It's a handsome looking buddy.
Yeah.
Nice looking guy. I wanted to comment on, I don't know anything about cars. I would assume that that's a good, decent car. But like the idea of like here, say you sold a car, like a really expensive car, even say Terry's car.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, not going to get you a bodysuit in Canada. Like it's just not.
No.
Not even close. Like it won't even, you won't even be halfway there.
I think like the car that he's talking about is probably something like what Terry has. Something that's like
Yeah, so probably 30, 40 grand.
But then like also like easily modifiable.
Yep.
Like you can, it's really customizable. I think, I know nothing about cars.
The point of the matter is he went to Vietnam.
Amazing.
Right? So in other parts of the world, tattoos don't cost that much, which is why it's like, it's really stupid when people will ask me continually, like, how much money I've spent. And then, like, they'll get mad sometimes at the answer because they want it to be less. Like, they don't understand that it is what it is. Like, it's a costly endeavor.
Mm-hmm.
And in the Western world, it's very fucking expensive.
I'm sure it's expensive over there, too,
No.
like, in comparison to wage and stuff.
I don't think so.
I
think
don't know.
There are places you can go where you pay almost nothing compared to what you pay in the West.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to, like, belittle the cost of this guy's bodysuit.
No, it's not at all. It's just, it's to imagine selling a car here and going, this will get me a bodysuit.
I can't believe he got tattooed every day for 2 months.
I can believe that.
It would be so spicy after a while.
I can believe that because I've been in that mindset myself before. It's just very rare.
Yes.
Like most people, they think they can do that.
No, he's got some
can't.
willpower. Good on you.
Yeah, like most people think, like, if I had the money, then I would do it. No, you wouldn't. You wouldn't do it because you'd be beat up, you'd be stressed,
and itchy.
You'd be tired.
It's sore.
And everything would start healing poorly because most people don't take care of themselves.
Right.
Like, here's the reality. Most people that come in here to get tattooed, they haven't had a drop of water in days.
Oh, I know. Every time I'm doing a consultation, they're like, it's like, well, what can I do before the tattoo? Drink water.
And so then they go, oh, well, how are you healing so quickly? Well, I don't have the diet of a fucking, like, 17-year-old boy.
Sometimes.
Drinking pop and eating chips.
Not drinking pop and eating chips.
No, I don't ever do these things.
No.
And then drinking my face off at night and
There's
thinning my blood.
a lot of ice cream and pizza lately, but that's just...
Well, we had two bad days in a row. But like most people have terrible diet and terrible like fitness and all these things and bad health, and so they get into a big project and they'll heal bad, and it's like, well, how do you do it? It's like you got to take care of your body. So most people, even if they think that they would be cool to do that, they wouldn't.
No.
And it's not even like, even if you gave them millions of dollars, look how many celebrities there are that don't have even good tattoos. They have
true.
like, they don't, almost none of them will get full body suits because it's still very difficult to do for a lot of people. So his discipline to do that is commendable. I can fully appreciate doing that. And I wasn't belittling the cost. I was just saying that things cost different things.
Oh, I just said I don't want to.
It's also a currency transfer, right?
Yes.
So like, whatever, if he's American, the dollar is going to translate to more money in Vietnam. Stronger economy. So
let's look at the tattoos. Oh, wow.
Yeah, I mean, I could see this winning some contests.
Oh, yeah, I can too. This is gorgeous.
Yeah, it's pretty nice stuff overall. Have to get in closer here so we can actually see. I'm unfamiliar with some of the subject matter, but it is incredibly well executed. So
yes,
the color play is really, really nice.
I was gonna say I love the palette.
Yeah, and this is where like the waves are huge, and sometimes I'm upset about that. But because the foreground imagery is massive, it works.
Yeah,
right?
it's got
like,
a good balance.
If say this guy here, the big red guy, is like too small, then I'm angry about the waves. Right?
This is just high quality tattooing.
Well, of course it is, but like it's all like of the same scale.
Yeah.
Right? Like if you're gonna have big background, you should have big foreground. That's what I always say when I see, and I see this a lot with like the kind of lower quality Japanese stuff that we get sent to us, and it's like it's almost all waves, and there's just like a little tiny guy in there, and it's like, well, if you're just gonna do all waves, just do all waves. Why are we bothering with any foreground if it's not gonna be the largest point?
Right.
This is using his whole torso to tell this one story, and I think that's great. I think that's the way you should do it. I also love the continuity. This is something that, unless you plan it out this way from the beginning, it will never happen this way, right? You have very rare times where you'll see someone's like hip or thigh will connect to their stomach. Usually, and then I'm no different in this case, the torso is its own separate entity, and whatever happens below, though it usually in a full bodysuit you will find a way to build it together. It's usually not as continuous as this, right? Say for like if you're going to get like a full body blackout or something, then that's easy to make that look continuous. But like you have to lay this all out in one go. So like he planned to go there and be tattooed by these people and do this design.
Right.
Right? Like that's a level of forethought that is impressive because he would have had no prior experience basically. And whatever, even if he did have some say of these hand tattoos, like, or whatever, these ones look a little bit different. Like they're probably done by them too, but well, let's just say he had one or two small tattoos and then he goes, oh, I'm gonna go get tattooed every day for 2 months. Like that's basically like, I have no experience to, what the fuck have I done?
Yes.
Immediately.
And there was probably moments in the journey that he was like, holy shit, what am I enduring? Like it's like
I think
crazy.
I think they were probably able to get enough done daily that it was easy to understand that they would get there, you know?
Yeah.
Because like what would be happening is, say they'd be working on this side of the body, and then they'd go work on this side of the body and maybe down low, and then they go to the back of the leg, then they'll circle back up to the right again.
Yeah,
and,
as things are healing, like you move on, and
Yeah.
then you're like, okay, we'll go over here because this is now healing, and
that's
then
what
it's
my
just
whole body is.
yeah.
Like that's me constantly
All the
throughout
time.
because people will be like, how can you keep doing every week 2 times a week? Well, I'm always working somewhere else, right? Like it's like, oh, that appendage is down, time to work this one. That
Yeah.
thing's healing, time to work that thing. That thing's like, it's admirable to do that for 2 months straight at that pace. I've never done every day. The most I did was 5 in a week. But like my thing has been more kind of continuous, like marathon. This was like a fucking hard sprint to the end zone. They had a very particular, clear goal to hit here, and they ran for it, and the result is spectacular. Obviously, I think the back side is even better than the front side for me. But I think that's because I just tend towards more full color designs. So, and there's more negative space on the front.
Again, this is absolutely gorgeous. Beautiful color palette.
Yeah, I mean, this is a case where there's, it's very clear why this wins contests, especially
It should be.
Yeah, of course. Like it's very clear why this wins, but like in saying that, there's too much good happening to focus on just about anything. Like it's almost like an overdose of quality, and that is to say that if you had a bodysuit where you had 7 out of 10 images everywhere, and then you have 9 out of 10, the eye will go there. But in this case, it's like almost everything here is too good to be true.
I'm happy it's a masterpiece. Like this is just very nice.
Like you can get granular with it when you pull in, and like there are some things that I feel like could be done again or boldened, but I mean that's not going to happen because like when you do something like this, it's like this is almost like a trial or like a journey of life of some kind, right? Like it's like you're going through a thing and you'll only do it once. It's like the idea of a boy becoming a man, and you know he gets his tribal tattoo or whatever. Like it's like emblematic of something. I do think that some of these colors could be stronger, but the only way to do this whole thing the same, you would have to do everything again.
Right.
You know what I mean? So like, for example, like this stuff up here, I understand they meant for it to be wispy, but I think that it could be a little more saturated in those places. I also think that this guy has got a little less dimension than I would like. Again, it's nice, and this is not an attack at anything, but the up here at the top of the back, I don't really love how soft that face is.
I love
although the photos may be doing it like
a disservice.
Yeah, some service there.
There's parts in this back that have like a really nice solid black. And it's not all over, and it's just enough to like lead your eye from like image to image and area to area. I just think that's so well done. I think whenever we can do that as a artist, like it's a positive.
The hand tattoos are pretty cool.
Yeah,
it's pretty hard to get punchy color like that on hands. So yeah,
I'm happy that they did the hands too, because sometimes these bodysuits they do cut off at the wrist area. Well, this is
definitely not a traditional like Japanese suit. I don't even think it's necessarily Japanese. It's like they said, it's Vietnamese, but
it's just so cool.
Borders Japanese style, right? Like you said, he won for Asian style tattooing, and so it has kind of Japanese trad inspirations. It's got more of a neo trad take on it, like with a Japanese kind of flavoring, and that's fine. I mean, it's fucking cool. So it is what it is, right? Look at him. He's sitting with his awards here.
Amazing.
And yeah, I think that it's really easy to judge something like this. I think some of the new styles that come out these days, they're just too like avant-garde and hard to understand. Like, and I'm not talking about me at all. I don't care. I don't think I would win awards. I think that my suit is too fucking all over the place. Right? It will never be that thing. But like some of the new styles that people are coming up with, like it's not going to be to everyone's taste, and it's not going to make sense to everyone the way this is. Like this is very palatable.
It is.
For a heavily tattooed person. Like, and it's palatable in the way that even people who are very extreme into tattoos will appreciate this. But I also think that people who don't care about tattoos much will too, right? It's that strange line of like the extremists will appreciate the work that went into it and the technique, and the casual tattoo audience will appreciate the look of it, right? Because it's got the look, but it's also technically solid, right? Whereas there are some things like say say like a more complicated neo-tribal blackwork suit where there's a lot of technique involved and some geometric elements and stuff that were technically hard to do. Some casual tattoo consumer will look at and go, oh, well, that's just a lot of black. Anyone could do that. And it's like this slack-jawed kind of half-witted response that it's like, nope, you have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. It doesn't speak to the layman the same way that this would. right? So that's where I could say that I could very easily see this winning all kinds of contests because it appeals to both a tattooer and a layman. Whereas a lot of new stuff these days, most casual tattoo enjoyers will not appreciate. This is more of a timeless image.
Yeah.
Even though it's got a modern flair to it. And I love it. I love particularly like the back.
Yeah.
The front I wasn't as sold on because I don't like the negative, but that's just me. Whereas
I don't think the front has the nice play between the dark and the. But
yeah, this is a better contrast.
Yeah, I really love the back for sure.
There's also more colors overall utilized in the back, right? It's more of a clinic of like colors in general, whereas the front is a bit more about black and gray with color. But overall, I mean, incredible work, and I have some minor nitpicks here and there, but those are when you're into like a 9 out of 10 thing. That's where I feel like those things matter more. Whereas when you're doing like a 5 or a 6, you give so much leeway, and
Yep.
you know you don't really have anything to say, like because it's like, well, it's not like you're putting on a clinic. Whereas with something like this, it's like you're almost looking for something to critique. And he really should have done those nipples.
No, it's his style, and I'm actually not noticing them. So
I
they did
see
not.
them.
They did not scream at me
I
like
see
sometimes
them,
they do.
but they're not that intrusive. But it would be a better piece if they just committed to it. It just would.
Yeah,
Same. They skirted around the belly button too, which
Yeah.
is kind of strange.
it's just the way it is. Again, it's not screaming at me. So
I just don't know why people have to do that. I also wonder if he did his armpits or not. It looks like they've avoided the armpits, but
I feel like that's just that kind of style of tattooing.
well,
though.
it's this idea that the skin can't breathe, which is actual nonsense that's been debunked. But
To
you wouldn't
each their
believe
own.
how many people I still hear say that, and it's just like, dude, like, just fucking Google it. Like, why would you say that?
Yeah.